Marks 20 years since the founding of Forum for Democratic Change, a political platform that we set up for liberation of this country, and a political platform that has offered alternative policies and continued attention on the governance of this country. I want to acknowledge and celebrate the so many leaders that founded this party. Among them, retired Colonel Dr. Kizza Besigye, the basis on which we founded this party, the late Sam Juba, the late Chigundo, the Opokas, and all the people that I cannot list conclusively. I want to appreciate them, and we want to congratulate ourselves for the 20 years of sustained and vigilant pursuit of political excellence. This political vehicle we built for liberation has moved this country the last 2 decades in fighting an entrenched dictatorship and an entrenched terror machinery. This history we share with the entire country and the democratic world is one written in indelible ink. And we thank you, all Ugandans that have been part of this 20-year journey in multi-party democracy on paper, but a continuing struggle which we have chosen for ourselves. It is therefore very perplexing to note this morning that the foundation on which we built this party, the founding leader on whom we anchored our aspirations, the retired Colonel Dr. Kizza Besigye, will have Christmas in prison, Luzera Maximum Prison, under trumped-up charges again. The history of all this is not lost to you, but suffice it to say that he was kidnapped from Nairobi on 16th November. He was arraigned in the court-martial, the military court-martial, and he has been remanded to Luzira until the 7th of January. This is supposed to be a festive season, Christmas. But we will be postponing Christmas this year, because the Christmas that we will be observing this year is a Christmas in chains. The message of salvation is not lost to us. The birth of Jesus Christ is not just buying clothes and slaughtering animals and going out of town for a holiday. It has a deeper meaning. And it's not lost on us that all the people, all the leaders, the religious leaders that should be bringing the message of peace and redemption to the people of Uganda are dead silent about what is going on with retired Colonel Dr. Kizza Besigye, the icon of suffering and of political horror, and Haj Lutale, for whom the whole world has spoken about. But the religious leaders at this Christmas are cold about this. And so we will go to church in all the prayer places in chains, and we are calling on all Ugandans to go in chains to pray for this country so that the new baby Jesus can break those chains for us. We are calling on all the women to go to church in chains. We are calling on the young people of Uganda to go to church in chains and in their numbers. This Christmas must be made meaningful in the way it is meant to be. The Prince of Peace, the biggest freedom fighter, Jesus Christ, will be born, but we will not have freedom for Dr. Besigye this Christmas. And so we have sent a rallying call to all democracy-seeking people in the country and in the world to turn up for prayer in chains, to symbolize the bondage we continue to suffer and the country continues to suffer this Christmas. The ladies here today are part of the team that is calling for the justice of retired Colonel Dr. Kizza Besigye, Haji Lutale, and all the political prisoners in this country. The women of Uganda are not quiet like the religious leaders are. They have taken on the responsibility as mothers of the country to sound loud and clear, to sound to the world that this is a sick Christmas. This is a sick Christmas season and a sick Christmas in Uganda. The women that you see here today come from different political parties. And they are here in solidarity with the political prisoners that have been symbolized by the arrest and incarceration of retired Colonel Dr. Kizza Besigye. We are sending a delegation to the Uganda Law Council to deliver a petition demanding two things: that Dr. Besigye be freed immediately, and that Dr. Besigye should never appear in the military court-martial, and that Dr. Besigye should be allowed lawyers of his choice. They cannot take that away from him. And so that message will be sent in solidarity with all other messages. And I'm also here to tell you that we have received messages of solidarity from the Democrat Union of Africa, which we are members of, and the International Democracy Union. And also to tell you that this will not be the business of 2025. We shall free ourselves from this bondage, and we are using Christmas as the most appropriate space for it. So we know who is on our side and who is not. We know that baby Jesus will be born in our hearts, not in our churches, not with our religious leaders. No, he will be born in our hearts. The deafening silence of the religious leaders is an indictment on the Jesus industry. And we will miss no words whatsoever, because this is a crime against Jesus. I will want now for us to observe a minute of silence and prayer for all those in his family in observing his memory. On a happy note, we want to wish Emmanuel Cardinal Wamala a belated 98th birthday. I'm sure he would have had something to say about this Christmas and the incarceration of Dr. Besigye and others in political prisons. Thank you very much.